perfect job today. I'm going to introduce two good speakers in our group, Tim and Dimitri. Everybody know they are good speakers. Tim always brings some variety, costumes, and walk around, he speak well. Everybody, know Dimitri also loud voice. He is a good speaker. I don't need to more introduction about both of them. Okay? Welcome, Tim and Dimitri.
Now you all know me, and you all know what I do. That's right, I fix broken buildings. But most importantly, I do strata. And I am ferocious at strata. Ferocious at dad jokes. So why didn't the boat tie up to the pier? Because of peer pressure. Now, you know when you buy a piece of furniture, you're pretty committed, particularly if the price tag is pretty high. However, because you're so committed, there's furniture that's not committed. And what do you call that? It's called a pull-out couch. It's just like, what do you call two jalapenos having sex? Fucking hot. So I was in the bank the other day, and there was this old lady, and she comes up to me and she goes, "Excuse me, sir, can you help me check my balance?" So I pushed her over. But that reminds me, how do you catch a unique animal? Unique up to it. So how do you catch a tame animal? The tame way, unique up to it. Good man. Now, you think that because I'm standing up here and all the rest of you are observing me, that I don't know where I'm going. But I do know where I'm going. I am going forward. My competitors are always looking at me. They're always comparing, always reacting. However, I'm always moving forward. You've got to move forward, people. Toastmasters is a safe place to learn, to explore, and to find yourself, your personality, and to move your needle forward, slowly by little bit, inch by inch. That no matter how well you do, you can never be the best public speaker ever, because public speaking is the infinite game. There are unknown number of players. There are no winners. The winners only just stay in the game. Losers drop out because they either lack the will or they lack the or they run out of the resources to keep competing. And I know somebody that wants to carry on for me, who also, as you know, does strata, who you also know fixes other people's fuck-ups. Man from Saville, Dimitri Livis. Please welcome.
I do fix strata. I do strata. I fix broken buildings. We create healthy buildings. We build better bridges. We do a whole bunch of stuff, right? We do all this stuff so that, well, you don't have to do it anyway, but so that you don't have to do it. Now, the thing is, with public speaking and getting better at speeches and being able to get on the stage and just rock it. I'm nowhere near that. But I love pretending like I am. And like I've said in the past, pretend until you actually get there. We touched on some jokes before, some one-liners, some Rodney Dangerfield type stuff. Has anyone seen Rodney Dangerfield? Who's seen? Some couple of people have seen it? You've got to watch Rodney Dangerfield. Just Google it, Rodney Dangerfield. There's this dude, he's dead now, he's got these big bug eyes and he just sits there and does like one-liner after one-liner after one-liner after one-liner, and you're just in stitches by the end of it. The thing is though, when you look at all these different speakers and comedians and people that do public speaking, people that do any sort of performance at the end of the day, everyone's got their own style, their own skills, their own techniques that they've developed along the way. They've got their own backstory that they've brought into what they do. Right? So what works for one person may not work for another. What works for Josh may not work for Clint. What works for Emma may work for Norak. Something that works for Mariana I might be able to take and use for myself. But at the end of the day, we become this big mishmash of everything that we've seen and heard and tried and experimented with and put out there and bombed with or done well with. And over time, it just improves and you get better and better. You develop your own style and then you start to grow with that style. Think about any comedian that you know. Every single one of them has got a specific style. You think of a comedian that's quite popular, and they're like a band that's quite popular. They've got a certain style of music, they've got a certain way of playing, they've got a certain skill and technique that they've built up over time and they've refined, and it's become their brand and them. And then there's people that like what they do, and then there's people that are indifferent to what they do, and then there's some that don't like what they do. What you don't want to be is the one that everyone's indifferent to, because you'll be forgotten like that. If they hate you, it's good. If they love you, it's good. If they don't notice you, well then what's the point of getting on the stage? Thanks very much.
Awesome, guys. Thoroughly enjoyed that.